I'm really fortunate I have a fantastic job where I look after all of the people in the BBC at the network level who effectively bring you the sports news and everything that happens in the world of sport. And I have people, who are talking about sport and everything connected to it and all the stories behind it and how it shapes our world and our society on television, radio, online, social, wherever we can. I've always been involved in the church, often in positions of leadership, and feel really passionately about the church's wider mission. The church needs to recognise the wonderful resource that it has in its lay people and think much more strategically about how we equip and encourage and train all of our people in that sense to live out their lives in a much more meaningful and impactful way.
It's been 4 years now since I've been licensed. I feel like I have taken the responsibility on myself as well, and I have accepted, submit myself to God. And I said, yes, I'm here to serve you, Lord. When we stand outside the church, as you can see, there is lots of different things around. Example, pub, temple, the market. People can see us around, and that's the witness that there is a believer who lives in that area. We say that if you wanted to win somebody's heart, go through their stomach. Wednesday, when we do a coffee morning, people just come, I'm just tired. Can I have a sit down for 2 minutes? Of course you can. And those 2 minutes are very important when when they're sitting down, just to having a breath, we give them good news. Some people never heard the name of Jesus. That's the difference we are making in this community.
Leadership is quite important in the church, and I've seen so many examples of where people are loved and left exactly where they are. I think it's important that we lead people. We engage with them where they are at, but we take them on. Today we're looking at why did Jesus die? And it brings up lots of things to do with people knowing that they are loved by God, and also brings up the question of forgiveness and quite possibly unforgiveness. I think one of the important elements of leadership is understanding that it's not always giving the answer, but sometimes it's helping people to discover the answer. If all they do is ask a question, you answer it, then it's done and the discussion's over. Whereas if they ask a question and you allow the discussion to continue, you can continue on with that relationship, and you can develop that relationship and develop those conversations.
Things are slower out in the countryside, so I get time to contemplate and look at God's creation around me. The thing that made me decide to become a reader was I'd had a go at everything in church and just felt like there was something more that I needed to do. I'm also an agricultural chaplain, and there's a huge overlap. I really go from one to the other without noticing the difference. Today we're at market in the main auction ring, which is a place where farmers can buy and sell their cattle, but also a really good place to meet up with their friends. I'm a chaplain to young farmers, so on a day-to-day basis I'll go to market, I'll meet with the young farmers, and I will be someone that they can talk to in confidence. The training I undertook in order to become a reader has made me a better listener, I hope. It's made me more confident at speaking in front of groups of people, for example when I deliver a sermon, but that really helps me in my day-to-day job because I can deliver workshops and speak in front of groups of people. Now more than ever, readers are out in the community doing God's work Monday to Sunday, and I can't imagine not being a part of it.
So readers come from all sorts of walks of life and are involved in all sorts of ministry, from the farm to the office to the hospital to the coffee shop. Readers are getting involved in ministry where they are, connecting their everyday faith with their everyday life. And I'm excited about the way ministry is being transformed in the Church of England, and in the way that ministry is connecting much more with everyday life. I hope that you'll feel that you can be a part of this transformed ministry in the Church of England.